Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Tim.
Welcome to episode 235 of Adventures and Mousecapades. So, this week, imagine being a kid, setting a huge goal, saving your own money, and then using it to buy a ticket to Disneyland. Not because it was handed to you, not because it was a birthday gift, but because you earned it. That is the story we are talking about today.
Yeah, Kelly and Tim are here to share what it was like watching their daughter save up, buy her own Disneyland ticket, or at least most of it, and then experience the parks knowing she paid her own way through the turnstiles. And honestly, that changes everything. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome, Kelly and Tim.
Thank
Hello.
you. Good to be here.
Yeah. So as is our custom on the show, we want to start off getting to know a little bit about y'all, at least the important parts, of course. And by that, I mean, what's your Disney background? Were you Disney kids? Are you Disney adults?
I grew up going to Disneyland, pretty frequently with my family. My mom worked for an airline, and at the time, Disney offered some pretty nice discounts. And so I have a lot of memories as a kid going to Disneyland. And then I myself, when I was in my 20s, was working at Alaska Airlines and happened to manage the relationship with Disneyland. And so it was part of my job to go to Disneyland as an adult, pre-kids. And so was just waiting to take my own kids someday.
That sounds like a rough job. I have to go to Disneyland, hon. Sorry.
Exactly. It was tough, but someone had to do it.
Yeah. Tim, how about you?
Went to Disneyland a few times as a kid. Growing up in Honolulu, it's just a little bit further than Kelly's commute when she was a child, but we still got there once or twice, having a couple relatives in California. And then growing up watching those Disney classic movies, I think the first one I ever had was Dumbo, so that was one that, it was actually our first ride on this last trip, and that's something that I think just keeps the Disney nostalgia with me, is thinking back to those movies as a kid and then starting to watch them with our kids and getting to experience them at the park. It's just that full cycle flywheel that they're hoping for. We're in it.
It's the circle of life or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So you guys are a family of four. You have two kids. What are their ages?
They are 4 and 7.
4 and 7. Okay. Before this recent trip, had you been to Disney with them before?
We've actually been 3 times before.
Okay. So walk us through how this whole trip came to be.
So last summer, our oldest was 6 years old, and she had asked me how much a ticket to Disneyland cost, because we had gone with her grandparents a couple of months before and she wanted to go back. And I didn't want to crush her dreams, and I told her it cost $100 for one ticket to Disneyland, which is a big number for a 6-year-old. And she, in that moment, decided she was going to save $100. And so she earned money doing chores, saved just over the course of, took like 9 or 10 months for her. She just worked so hard, made a ton of trade-off decisions. She would look at a stuffed animal in a store and say, I want to buy it. And I'd say, okay, you have to use your money. And she's like, no, I'm going to Disneyland. And so one day she got that $100th and we kind of rang the bell and decided, all right, well, I guess we're going to Disneyland in a couple of weeks.
So she was serious about
so
this.
Serious.
Very
so
serious.
She was goal oriented. I think the determination that she had, especially like as a 6-year-old, being able to weigh that trade-off cost of, there's a stuffy in my hand and I want this stuffy, and then having to think about like, no, I'm going to trade it off for something that I'm still $50, $40 away from. And she made that choice every time. So the joy that she had when she hit that $100th was something I will remember forever.
That's impressive.
That's
so impressive. More adults should be able to do that. They
Exactly.
can't.
I know. I'm like, can I learn from her?
Yeah, exactly. So it took about 9 or 10 months. And what was she doing to earn her money? I mean, I think you mentioned some chores.
We were paying well below market rate for various chores around the house, loading or unloading the dishwasher, helping to clean up. She got pretty good at folding a load of laundry,
Pulled some weeds.
pulling weeds. Yep.
Life skills. I love it. As a parent, how did it feel like watching her, set this goal for herself and then, really kind of accomplish it? Like, what was that like for y'all?
Oh, I was so proud of her. I mean, besides the fact that I really wanted to go to Disneyland too, it was just awesome to see her set this goal and just stick with it and chip away. And she would ask if she could do chores, just like she wanted to go to Disneyland and she was going to get this family to Disneyland. And so I was so proud of her when she got to that $100.
I think even as she was going through it, just the micro moments of understanding what she was working for, and she had a little bit of excitement each time she folded that load of laundry. She's like, all right, that's $1. And she would count. She has a little counter. She has the little piggy bank that does the counting for her.
Oh,
and
nice. Okay.
so she could see it digitally on there, like a digital clock. And then like, all right, I'm at 55. I'm at 56. And like, she'd get excited every time that she got to put more money in there.
Yeah. So I have to ask, from as the financiers and bankers of this institution, the Bank of Parents, did the $100 go to Disney? Did the $100 make their way back into a fund at the parks? Like what happened there? How'd that play out?
I believe the $100 is sitting in a box next to Tim's bed right now. If I'm next to his side of the bed.
We had a currency transaction. She went physical to digital, and digital currency was spent at the park. No doubt about that. But physical money, honestly, she might come up with another goal. She is incredibly driven. She loves doing things like this. So I could very easily see her coming to us with I want to do this, or here's something, a trip I want to take as the family. And we'll have to come up with another goal for her. And that's what the money is for.
Well, she actually, while we were there, she said, so if I get $200, we can go for 2 days. So, so the math is mathing for her.
It's actually it's actually less the more days you do.
That's true. That's true. There is the bundling discount.
Yeah, I think arbitrage might be a little bit too advanced for a 7-year-old.
We'll wait for 3rd grade, I think.
Right, exactly.
So did your youngest understand? Did you explain what she was doing or anything? Did she understand that her sister was saving up for this?
A little bit. I mean, she was trying to do some chores too. 4-year-olds not as good at folding laundry. Spoiler alert.
I have a 14-year-old that's not good at that, so it's fine.
But yeah, she sort of understood what was happening, and then the 7-year-old made sure she understood by saying "You're welcome" at Disneyland several times.
Wow,
that's older sister vibe for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, the 4-year-old understood. She understood the big moments. She couldn't understand the I'm working towards this goal.
Yeah.
But she understood I earned $100, so we all get to go to Disneyland piece, and was very excited, probably for herself, but also for her sister.
Did you guys stay on property or did you stay off property?
We stayed off property.
Okay.
We stayed at the Fairfield Inn, right across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, $100 is only going to get you so far.
Well, exactly.
Proximity is super helpful, though, especially on a trip that short where we really wanted to maximize the time in the park. It was how close can we literally be to that front gate?
Yeah. Did you just do Disneyland or did you do Park Hopper to California Adventure?
We did Park Hop.
Okay.
So we started at Disneyland in the morning. And then took a little midday break, then went back to California Adventure, and then popped back over to Disneyland after that. So we definitely took advantage of the Park Hopper.
What he's leaving out is that the 7-year-old was had no business doing a the midday break, we got back to the hotel and she was like, Mom, my sister's sleeping. Let's go back. So she and I snuck back together while the 4-year-old was napping.
Yep.
Well played.
We have done that too. Yep. Take the younger one back to sleep. And we can't do rope drop to park close anymore. But there were days when we did that a while ago.
Yes.
I think that part was super exciting for especially the older one. Like knowing that she had earned this trip and put in all of this work, and the fact that we were there at open and we had no plans to stay to close.
No, we did not.
when it just kind of happened and then she kind of realized it as we're walking out, she's half asleep at that point. It's a cool moment for her. Like, you closed down Disneyland.
Those are fantastic feelings for sure.
Yes.
All right, so take us back to the day you rope dropped. What was your daughter's first reaction on getting into the park and realizing that goal achieved?
Oh, she was over the moon. So we're there for rope drop. We're not like right at the front, but we're like close enough that the person with the, I made it to rope drop sign comes up and she's just like beaming. She has this Buzz Lightyear hat on, is saying you're welcome to us every 15 seconds. I mean, truly all day.
She was the reason.
She was. But no, she was so happy and you could tell was just so proud of herself.
That's awesome. What was the first thing that y'all did?
We went to Dumbo first. We skipped everyone rushing to Peter Pan and standing in that line for the next hour to 2, and got into Dumbo. We were the first ones on Dumbo. Both girls got to pick their favorite color elephant to ride.
Nice.
And then we kind of stuck around there and were able to jump in a couple of quick lines, getting over to Alice in Wonderland. The youngest one loves the carousel, so we rode the carousel around.
Don't forget teacups. You refuse to go on those with us.
I am not a teacup person, but I support everyone from afar on that one.
Yeah, that's my take with the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind out in Epcot in Florida. Is I will support the rest of my family and their desire to go on that as much as I can. I've been on there twice, and I have now been twice.
Too many.
It was. Yeah, my innards don't really like that one.
Your inner ear, your balance or whatever, it just says nope.
It's not happy.
With the teacups though, you can not spin it, right?
I mean, you could, but
I'm guessing the kids want
similar to a lot of things in life that the kids are driving. Other than the real car, the kids are driving, and that means we're spinning around if I'm in there.
Right. I mean, Alicia, Tim's daughter paid for them to be at Disneyland. She's gonna drive the teacup.
That's true. Did she experience the park any differently because she earned it?
I think that she was so determined to go on as many rides as possible. And she is my daughter, so she is like that. She's been like that in previous trips, but it was even more so on this. And I think, we were only there for one day, but I think she was like, this is my trip. I'm getting every ounce. So, I said we came back early from the midday break. And then at one point in the evening, I mean, her legs were tired. She was saying like, Mom, my legs are tired. And I was like, we can go back. We don't have to stay till it closes. We can go whenever you want. She's like, they're the kind of tired that I want to keep going. And I was like, okay. I was like, but you call the shots. I'm not forcing anybody to stay here.
Yeah.
And so I think that she was like digging deep for herself on this one.
Yeah.
Did y'all do lightning lanes or is it all standby?
Yeah, we did lightning lanes, and this is something that Kelly can teach a class on how to maximize your lightning lanes, but also optimize your standby lines so you're not wasting your lightning lanes. And this is probably why her legs were tired, is because that means you're moving all over the park. But what we count? I think we counted up 27.
Yeah, we did 27. Right.
Wow, goodness. That
Yeah,
is
and
amazing.
I will say, the kids are pretty young, so we're not going on, the rides that get the super long lines.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, we're going for volume and we get volume with.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of rides.
It
Yeah.
was a lot.
What's her favorite attraction?
Ooh. I think if we're park dependent, California Adventure is the Spider-Man ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say that, or would you say Radiator Springs?
That's tough.
Those are both really good rides.
Yeah.
She's able to go on Spider-Man more again to the comments on the rides and the lightning lanes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Radiator Springs is good. I think it's
I think it's Radiator Springs.
But
We'll ask her when she wakes up
We'll
tomorrow.
agree to disagree
We'll figure it
until
out.
she wakes up in the morning.
What about at Disneyland?
I think is it Winnie the Pooh? Or is it Buzz Lightyear? Buzz Lightyear.
I think it's Buzz
Astrocasters.
Lightyear.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
such a good one.
But I guess also California Adventure, similar to the Buzz ride. Was it Jesse's Roundup?
No, the Toy Story
Carousel?
one.
Oh, the Toy Story one.
Oh, Midway
Yeah.
Mania.
Midway
Mhm.
Mania. Yeah.
That's a good
Those
one.
game ones.
Mhm.
Very interested in those.
Yep. What surprised you the most about how your daughter experienced the parks on this day, having purchased her way in?
I mean, I was surprised her perseverance and
Mhm.
sticking with it throughout the day.
Yeah.
She is usually one who will be like, I'm tired.
Mhm.
And has no qualms being like, we're going home. So that was surprising to me. And we had to get like a 9 p.m. milkshake so that mom could continue going.
That sounds important, honestly.
Exactly.
I'd say the perseverance is definitely the biggest one. I think also just her flexibility still when she was tired. I think not unlike us adults, when we get a little tired, we get a little cranky. And even when that happens, there would be the ride where it's like, hey, I think this line's going to be too long. If you want to do more rides, we probably need to skip this one. And as a 7-year-old, that's a tough message to hear. And she'd be like, okay, yeah, like let's go do this other one, even though it's 9 p.m. and let's face it, we're all a little cranky and tired at that point. And she's still like, yeah, let's go switch. Let's do the other one. That'll be fun too.
That's impressive. I mean, you've got a daughter who's 7 who's able to save up and make that, long delayed what's it called in psychology?
Delayed gratification.
That's it. Yes. And also in the moment able to compromise and say, well, I could wait for this like amazing e-ticket ride, or I could go do a D and a C in the same time frame. And make that choice to go for volume. That's impressive.
I'm going to say our kids are like on their best behavior at Disneyland. They don't have meltdowns. I think they just get injected with the Disney magic or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we don't have to deal with any of the like toddler things that, or, young kid things that can happen. They're just so happy to be there. Even the 4-year-old. I mean, I think the only time that she kind of had a little bit of a come apart was when she woke up from her nap and mom and sister were not there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say there's a little Disney magic. There's also some liberal snacks and treats that
that's
happen at Disneyland. Which
Obviously.
we all want.
Yes.
Exactly. It's not just the kids.
Nope.
We all need churros.
Exactly. 100%.
Especially Disneyland ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Were there any rides that you weren't able to do that you wanted to? Both because I know since they're a little younger, there may have been some that they just can't go on.
I'm always a little bummed to not go on Pirates. I love Pirates, but we did take the kids on it. I think we made a rookie mistake by taking the kids on it the first time. They went to Disneyland, and at the time, our oldest was just a couple months shy of being 5, and our youngest was 2.5, and they were like, what is happening right now? And so we're going to have to try again in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, Peter Pan is one that we went to as kids, and I'm disappointed to not go on it, but also I'm not willing to make that trade-off when that line is,
45 minutes long.
45 minimum, and then you're sacrificing how many other, like all the other rides are great too. It's just that's the one that I think we tend to miss on trips like this where you're a little short on time.
Well, and it's 45 if you're in Florida instead of California would be like, of course we're waiting 45 minutes because that'll get up to like 2+ hours in Florida.
Yeah.
That ride is not worth that much.
No,
it's a great ride,
you're
but it's
in line. You're in line for 45 minutes, and has happened to me before. You're like 8th from loading, and it breaks down.
yeah.
That is inevitable.
Yes.
It needs a revamp for sure.
Okay, so I don't know if we've covered this. I know we've kind of talked, like, what was on the day favorite ride for your kiddos?
Oh.
I think for the eldest, it's probably Buzz.
Okay.
The fact that we got lucky in terms of lines to where we got off and were able to walk right back on.
Oh, nice.
And so I think that part of it was really cool because it wasn't just the one ride. It was, we're going to circle back again. Yep. And especially at Disneyland, like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty cool for her. And then Kelly might have a different answer for the youngest because I got to drive with her, but we did Autopia for the first time with her where she got to drive herself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pushing the pedal for her, but I let her do all the steering and she was so excited about that.
Did you get a driver's license?
We did not get a driver's license because then they were off onto the next one.
That's true. That takes time.
Go. Yeah.
Sorry, that was a silly question on my part.
Were there any small moments that ended up being way bigger than expected?
Oh, yeah. Tim, you should tell the parade one.
Oh, yeah. So we were going to sneak out before the crowds. We were going to leave Disneyland at like
10:30 or
before
something.
closing or something. We had just hit up Winnie the Pooh for... Again, we got in line again because no one was there.
So we did that 3 times in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Which, like,
the kids were just like, again.
Fantastic ending to the night for the kids. For us, we're like, this is great. Like, we can't really top being able to just get back in line for a ride 3 times in a row. Like, let's end on this super high note.
Yeah.
And then as we're walking out, we're almost to the front gates. They were starting to line up for the parade. And there just happened to be this seat right in front. No one was there. I actually had to ask someone, like, hey, are we allowed to sit there? Because I assumed you're not allowed to. It's prime seating for the parade.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, go ahead. So like, I feel like this is a sign. We can't pass up, like, this should be reserved seating and it's just open for anyone. So we ended up staying for the parade and it was fantastic. It was the night version, so it was all the lights. It started on that end of the park too, so we got to see it all from the start. The kids are front row, no one's blocking their view. They get to sit by themselves and they're just wide smiles looking at all the characters coming by. Since they're up in front, it feels like everyone is waving directly at them when they're going through the parade, and the smiles that they have. Like, I didn't think we could end the night better than walking straight onto a ride a couple times in a row, but we somehow did.
Awesome. That's so the amazing. Paint the Night parade, right?
Yes, it was so good. And it was just like, we didn't expect it. We weren't planning on it. And people had been sitting on the curb for a long time waiting for seats as good as what we had gotten. So
that was over by Winnie the Pooh, or was that
no,
like
we were like
out?
Honestly about to exit. It was like right in front of the train station.
Oh, okay.
At the front entrance. We're like about to leave, and I was like, I believe the parade is starting, and so.
Oh yeah, because at late night they'll run it.
They run it backwards.
Yeah.
They had just run it a couple hours before starting My Small World. So it worked out.
That's very neat. Very neat. I want to circle back just for a second about favorites for the kiddos. How about like a meal or a snack? What was tops on the day?
Oh, they love a churro. So that I would say the churro was number one snack. Meal, we always love the Lamplight Lounge. Every time we go, we we had planned this trip over the course of like 10 days, and I lucked into a like 5:30 reservation at the Lamplight Lounge. It was amazing.
Wow.
And so that was a favorite all around. Tim and I each had a drink that was a very unnatural color of blue, but it was delicious.
There's something about Disney bartenders and blue drinks that I will never understand.
But it was like one of those icy slushies from a movie theater, but there was alcohol in it. And then the kid, like, I don't know if you have dined on their fine mac and cheese there, but there are like tiers of mac and cheese in Disneyland, right? Like you go to sort of a more basic restaurant and it's like Stouffer's mac and cheese, which is very good. I enjoy. Yeah. But then you go to the nicer the restaurant, the fancier the mac and cheese. And so this was like, corkscrew pasta and like real butter in the sauce kind of mac and cheese. And that was a hit.
Lamplight has some good stuff.
That's good.
We spent a couple hours there last time.
It's nice. It's a great view. I love that place.
It's lovely. I'd say on this trip, normally I'd say the churros. On this trip, that 9 p.m. milkshake hits a little bit differently than any other day.
That was a good. And don't forget the corn dog we got with that too.
You got to balance your salty and sweet.
Right.
Yeah, there was actually this moment, and because we'd closed down California Adventure. And we're sitting at the smoke jumper or whatever. And we picked up a corn dog somewhere else. And we're sitting in a circle and our youngest goes, we have to pass along. So we had someone had the milkshake, someone had the corn dog. You take a sip and you pass around. And so we just had this like rotation of milkshake and corn dog. It was pretty delightful.
Just practicing for college. It'll be fine. What do you think your oldest daughter learned out of this whole experience?
Unfortunately, I think she learned that a ticket to Disneyland costs $100.
It did at some point.
It did.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be a lot less.
You will need to teach her about inflation at some point too.
Always a harsh lesson.
Yes.
That part has definitely stuck with her, and fortunately, unfortunately, school is going well, so she has learned the whole multiplication. If I get 2 of these, that means twice as long. And honestly, I think that's her biggest takeaway.
No, but I mean, I do think she has seen that, if she works hard and if she saves, she can buy things. And that has been that's been a good lesson. I actually think it has sort of taught her a little bit the value of money, even if it's, a little bit benchmarked in a different place than reality. But
right. How about you two? Anything you learned as parents out of this whole thing?
I mean, I think I learned that the delayed gratification is okay, that, not to underestimate how, kids can work hard and set these really long-term goals, because you think, kids have short attention spans and whatnot. And I think that was something that I was like, oh, we can do this for other things. It doesn't always have to be a Disneyland trip. But yeah, it had never really occurred to me that she would actually stick with it. And once she got to like $45, I was like, oh, we're going to Disneyland. Okay. But in the beginning, I didn't think that we were actually going to get there.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a Disneyland trip. It could be a Disney World trip or a Disney cruise.
Disney cruise, exactly.
We save up a little more for the cruise, though.
Yeah, it's like a cruise is like $125. Like
exactly.
Oh yeah, kids' tickets are a lot less than adults. Or fair, whatever you call it.
If you ignore the fact that you're paying $2,500 each for the parents, then when you get the $350 bill for the kids, it's not that bad.
No, I mean, it's basically free at that point.
Right, exactly.
I think similar to Kelly, like not underestimating the kids on what they can do, whether it be the deferred gratification or just the perseverance when they were tired in the park, or you can walk a little further or whatnot because you really want this. I think kind of pros and cons of they're getting a little older and they can do a little bit more maybe than we think, and they're growing up and they want to do these things, which is fantastic to see, but also they're still our babies.
Yeah, and they always will be.
Yeah.
But the good news is they're getting into like the real sweet age for Disney.
Yeah.
You get into that 7, 8 through like maybe 10 or 11, the magic is real and they can do all of the things, and there's not height restrictions, and they're not afraid of the pirates and all the rest of that stuff. Those are really magical trips.
Yeah. I mean, for us, this was magical just because it was our first time without a stroller at Disneyland. And I was like, see the people with the stroller parking. We're like, suckers, not us.
Oh, especially in Fantasyland. Whew.
Yeah. How did the little one do first time walking?
Well, that's an interesting question that you have there.
How is your arm? Has it recovered yet?
Yeah, no, I put her on my shoulders because that's faster. But when you do 30,000 steps, most of them with your toddler on your shoulders.
To be fair, she didn't get it up on your shoulders until like late in the afternoon. She walked. She
did the morning by herself.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she kept up.
That's a trooper right there. Wow.
Yeah, she did great. And Advil did its job too.
And the blue drink from
the blue drink,
yeah.
How soon after reaching her goal did you guys go?
Well, so we had been like, okay, if she reaches her goal, we had told her it's, trips take a while to plan. So we might not be able to go till this summer or something, like it's not going to be immediate.
Yeah.
And then, so we tell Tim, he's working out in the yard when she gets the $100 and she opens the door. Daddy, I have my $100. We did it. And he's like, should we go next weekend? And so
Tim didn't need much convincing.
Yeah, it was like, oh, so does that delayed gratification much?
Okay, from like a practical standpoint, it was either we have to do it right away, or it was going to take us until the summer. Just looking at like what the calendar looks like schedule wise, and like she's already deferred gratification $100 worth for a 6 to 7 year old. Let's make this happen now.
Yeah. So we did. We pulled it together. I was like, refreshing that Disney app to get those last minute cancellations, and we got it done.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How were the crowds there? Was it a super busy day or?
So it was it was spring break, and I had been seeing on Instagram horror stories of what it looked like. I did not feel like the crowds were crazy. I felt like it was more crowded the last time we went, which was in February of 2025. And so, it was crowded. I'm not going to say it was an empty park, but I did not feel like the crowds were crazy.
I did not feel like it was spring break. It felt like it was school for California and spring break for everyone else kind of thing. Because to Kelly's point, like Disneyland's never empty.
Yeah.
But kind of by comparison, you're like, this is not what I thought we were in for here for a spring break trip.
Do you remember what the date was? Because we were down there around the same time, at least for our spring break.
Yeah, it was March 28th.
Yeah, I was like, it was before ours. Yeah.
So the busiest that I saw on the crowd calendar was like the week after Easter.
Oh, okay.
It was slammed. Like it was like 9s out of 10 on most days.
Oof.
So yeah, you dodged a bullet for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad when we were down there either. And that was like April 20. When was that?
The 14th, 15th.
15th.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And it also helps that we're like happy to go on Winnie the Pooh and my kids don't care about Rise of the Resistance, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
That does make a difference. Yeah.
Big difference.
Huge difference. For parents who might be listening, thinking about trying to do something similar with their kiddos, what advice would you give?
Consistent tracking. So for us, like we do not have $1 bills all over our house. So we actually, we set up a whiteboard in the kitchen. So every time she would do one of the qualifying chores, we would just kind of put a tally. And that helped us keep track, but being really diligent about keeping track made it feel real to her. So instead of being like, oh, we forgot how many chores did you do last week? Like she could see progress as she was doing the chores. And I think that helped because we've done probably as with other parents, chore charts and star charts just for like everyday stuff. And if you're not doing that every single time, it just doesn't work. And so I think that would be my biggest advice.
That's a good one.
Along a similar line of the consistency, but kind of sticking to your word, in terms of if we say it's going to be $100 for a one-day ticket at Disneyland, not then expanding it into something else, because then they think, oh, well, it doesn't really matter that I earned this $100 to get this one day. I will go for as long as I want next time. But she's now very anchored on the like, no, I earned the one day and I had to do all this work. And to Kelly's point, the consistency of tracking it through so she could see the progress and not kind of lose sight of what that goal was. I think that's very helpful for her.
I like that. You kind of addressed both sides of it, because it's both ensure that the reward is tracked and becomes real, but also don't dilute it either on the other side of that. Well done. Good job, y'all.
Did we earn a trip to Disneyland for great parenting?
$5 more.
So if your daughter was talking to another kid thinking about saving for a trip, what would she say?
I think she would say, well, she would give them wrong information about the cost of a ticket, as we have discussed. But yeah, I mean, I think she would just say, like, if you keep on going, if you keep on working, you can do this. Because we were also, the kids would get $20 for Christmas from a relative. Yeah. And we would let her put like $5 towards Disney, but we actually would not let money from grandparents, money from aunts and uncles count towards us. Like, it had to be a goal that she worked toward. And so I think that has stuck with her. And so I think if she were to tell a friend, it would be like, you got to work hard. And I don't know if you know the law, but the law is that gift money doesn't count.
That's awesome, though. Yeah.
She'd probably lay out the whole playbook. Like, well, you have to load the dishwasher, and you have to fold the clothes, and you have to pull the weeds. Like, she would give, this is your checklist of how you do it.
Yeah. Losing teeth doesn't count.
Yeah. She sadly didn't lose a tooth the entire time. She went through this phase where it felt like every tooth was falling out of her face, but the whole time she was saving, no teeth were lost.
What does the tooth fairy run in your house?
$2. Except for the one time she lost a tooth on Christmas Eve and there were no singles in the house. And so it was $5. And we explained it to her that the tooth fairy got a ride with Santa and passed along the cost of gas.
I like it.
So do we have another Disney adult in training?
Almost certainly.
Probably two, if we're being honest.
Yeah, exactly. The little one was along for the ride, but she was paying attention.
Yeah. So what's the next trip, do you think, for you guys? I mean, maybe you make the kids save up for it, maybe not. What's next on your radar?
Disney or otherwise?
Yeah, Disney.
Disney. We haven't even talked about that yet. Now we're sort of like, well, now we know the kids will save up for it. So.
Have you all done a cruise yet?
We have not. But Instagram really feels like I should, because I get a lot of Disney cruise content.
They're pretty awesome, honestly.
I've heard that. Tim's mom really wants to do one.
I'll say we've now done Disney, just the four of us. We've done Disney with my parents and sisters. So kind of a whole family affair there. But they have also been the only quote unquote kids on all of these trips. So if there was ever we can line it up with friends, cousins, someone else, I think that would be a cool experience for them. Obviously hard to do at times, since none of us kind of live right there, but I think that would be a fun one for, to your point, kind of that age sweet spot that they're entering for Disney. Love.
My dream next trip, though, would be to go to Aulani. You get the beach, you get some Disney.
Yeah, but Tim's from Honolulu. It's fine. It's all the same.
Yeah, well, so we actually did like a day at Aulani a few years ago, and it was before the kids had ever even gone to Disneyland, but they call
Yeah.
that Disneyland Hawaii. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to go to Disneyland Hawaii.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, Alicia, we should go back to Aulani.
Let's do that this December.
Okay, let's do that.
Yay.
Sold.
Amazing.
It might cost a little more than
I was
$100.
going to say, who's earning the $100?
Exactly.
Well, see, we use our Disney vacation points, so we've already spent the $100.
So it's free.
Yes.
So it's free.
In fact,
Exactly.
you're obligated
Yes.
to use them.
Right.
It would be irresponsible if you
Right.
didn't.
Use it or lose
is
it.
true.
We
This
have
is
to go to Hawaii. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Just the Disney math, girl math kind of thing.
100%.
Disney
Yep.
math. Yep.
Yep.
Is there anything we missed? Anything we didn't talk about regarding saving up and doing this trip?
I don't know if we didn't cover it, but more the reiterating, like, I would do this again with the kids in terms of letting them kind of share in the, not just the responsibility, but also the kind of joy and excitement of, we have earned this trip or we have earned this experience, Disney or not, but Disney is especially fun for them in terms of like the amount of excitement that our eldest had because she knew that she earned this for not just herself, but also the rest of us get to go too. Like, that was really cool. And I think that's different than us getting to tell them like, hey, we're going to Disneyland. Like, that is one level of excitement, but her level of excitement getting to say like, I earned this $100, so we get to go to Disneyland. Like, that was a fun, really fun experience for her and honestly for us. And I would do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be in trouble once, the 4-year-old asks to start her own savings plan, and then they're pooling their money, and this is, and then one day somehow you find us in the Grand Californian, and for 3 days.
There are worse places to be for 3 days.
Yeah, there are far worse places to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been fun, but unfortunately, I have to pull the emergency brake on this train, and it's time for something a little less fun. It's time for Alicia's patented Disney torture test. So good luck with that.
I will note it is not patented and it is not torture.
Debatable.
This is basically your Disney favorites from anything under Mickey's umbrella. So like Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, all that good stuff. Your favorite character.
I love Joy from Inside Out.
Nice.
I love Dumbo. I think being from my earliest childhood movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Classics.
Yes. On that note, favorite movie.
Well, I will also say Inside Out.
Okay.
I still cry. The kids know exactly when I cry.
It's a Pixar movie, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
I think it's Moana,
Mm.
and partially growing up in Hawaii, but also when our eldest was younger, for Halloween one year, she decided she wanted to be Moana, but she also wanted to be a doctor. So she was Dr. Moana.
That's
and
amazing.
was both. And I think that is always going to stick with me.
That's awesome.
Your favorite ride.
I love Alice in Wonderland.
Mm.
I think my favorite ride growing up was Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah,
But
I forgot about that.
answering now, I think Winnie the Pooh with the kids.
I knew you were going to say
The
that.
age they're in, like they love it. They kind of snuggle up to you.
Well,
as
that
you're-
was
as you're riding
also
through.
like our first trip to Disneyland. I think that was like one of the first rides we went on with them because we got there middle of the day and all the waits were long, and so that has been
That's awesome.
Which park is your favorite?
I mean, Disneyland has just the nostalgia,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I will say I think the California Adventure like rides and food are better.
Yeah, same. I think Disneyland as a park just has more nostalgia. It'll be interesting for the kids as they grow up with probably different Disney nostalgia than we have.
Yep.
If we start to find ourselves at California Adventure more, if that's where they learn. I mean, they love Toy Story, so those rides being over there, and Spider-Man and Cars. So we'll see. Check back in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and you're gonna have Coco over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah,
all sorts
forgot
of
about
stuff.
that. What a great movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
I love the lamplight.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that from just the ambiance setting, getting to look over into the rest of the park, and the food is fantastic.
And don't forget the blue drink.
I might do without the blue drink next time. I might change.
I'll drink yours. Don't
order.
worry, honey. I'm here for you.
I think I had the Scream canister when I was there, and
That
it
sounds
was
dangerous.
delicious.
That sounds dangerous. I like it.
And lastly, your favorite Disney snack.
A turkey leg.
Wow.
I love a turkey leg. I have a turkey leg hat.
I sure hope our friend Rachel isn't listening.
I think it's just like classic popcorn. It's got a ton of salt, heavy butter. That's
Yeah, you do like that popcorn.
I do like that popcorn. And at least on this last trip, as the youngest one is kind of up on my shoulders, she's holding the popcorn and she's just eating it, and I can feel kernels and stuff dropping down on my head, and like that's just a fun memory for her and me.
Well, I'm sorry. The correct answer was churro, so we'll have to try again later.
I mean, a turkey leg is like a savory churro.
This is
savory
savory churro.
Oh, that one is going to Rachel for sure. Our friend Rachel.
She used to make the turkey legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she was in Disney college program in Florida. She got
Nice.
roped into big turkey leg and has, we'll just say she has memories.
Does she have
Trauma?
like turkey leg trauma? I was gonna
Yes.
say,
She has turkey trauma.
Yep. If you ever go to Epcot, you could become pit master if you have the very first turkey leg of the day over in American Adventure.
Well, I
You
feel
get a
like
certificate and everything. Yeah.
Goals.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the other goal that we had, we just missed this when we went with my parents on that trip, is we were second in line for Storybook, and that's my father's favorite ride. And the people in front of us got to sign the book to start the day. Like, all right, we're going to have to come back sometime, and we're going to get in line first for that so he can sign the book.
That's cool.
That's amazing. All these things. I'm learning so much today. Well, congratulations. Y'all actually survived, even though you had the wrong snack. Everything else was tip top. Well done.
Churro's not my favorite snack, so it's okay.
Well,
What is yours?
Dole Whip.
Oh, that's a
that's a
really
good one.
strong choice.
it's okay. Whatever. Well, thank you so much, Kelly and Tim. It was such a pleasure having you on and getting to chat. And quite frankly, your daughter's pretty inspirational for us. And we'll have to start saving up for our next Disney trip, even though it's already booked and paid for, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. But anyhow,
$100. I can do
$100. Remember.
$100. Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you both. This was fun.
As we wrap up, a reminder that we are not affiliated with Disney or any of its subsidiaries. Everything you hear on this show is based on personal experience, opinions, and questionable snack choices. We are, however, proudly affiliated with Fun. If you are planning a Disney vacation, we always recommend working with a travel advisor or reaching out to Disney directly to help make the magic happen. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please take a second to rate and review the show. It really helps other Disney fans find us. If you have a question, a topic suggestion, or a Disney story you'd love to share, please send us an email at podcast@ourmousecapades.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads @OurMousecapades, and on YouTube @OurMousecapades_pod. And don't forget to share us with your friends, your family, and Disney fans of all ages. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be in your ears next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.